Windrose is a online co-op pirate survival game. And with a survival game come a lot of mechanics that can be a bit difficult to manage or understand. There are a lot of moving parts, a lot of different things to craft, and of course with crafting comes different materials. In this guide, we will discuss where to find copper to create copper ingots to use for your other craft needs. Now I know this is probably very self-explanatory, and copper is pretty easy to find because it's in the first area, and it's marked by a question mark on the map until you discover it, and then it will show up on your map as a pickaxe that will say copper deposit. It can be found right here in the dead center of your map in the starting zone of the coastal jungle. Of course, before you go to the copper deposit, you are going to need some form of pickaxe in order to actually mine the copper. You will come upon this area from the back of the cave, so you just need to run around, and then you will see a prompt to enter the cave. You do not just mine around it, you actually have to enter the copper deposit in order to get the copper ore. Once inside, you're going to notice that there are two different types of materials that you can collect. Copper ore, and of course poor copper ore, being one of the main materials that you're there for, and the other being called waste rock. Now, waste rock just drops stone, so this is a great way to collect stone on your way to collect all of the copper that you will find inside of the copper mine. You're also going to want to bring some torches, or if you're fancy like me, you're going to place down the standing torches, and you'll be able to see throughout your journey in the mine because it's quite dark in here. It is quite literally a cave, so it's going to be very dark. Make sure you bring some form of light source. If you don't bring a light source, just make sure you have some form of crafting materials on you to create a light source. Just as with most mining mechanics, you are going to need to equip your pickaxe by selecting it, walking up to the deposit that you would like to break down, and then clicking your mouse repeatedly and breaking it down and adding it to your inventory automatically. You do not need to loot anything or pick anything up. It will automatically transfer into your inventory. You now have copper ore. Congratulations! You can use copper ore to turn it into copper ingots with the help of a kiln, furnaces, etc. And you will need 4 copper ore and 1 charcoal in order to turn it in to a copper ingot, which is then used for weapons and a bunch of other things, of course craftables, in your crafting menus. You are also going to need the copper ore and copper ingots to create fast travel bells, which I will cover in the next video. That's going to do it for this extremely quick guide on how to find copper ore and copper ingots in Windrose. Again, I know this is kind of a very surface level guide, but some people really are struggling to find copper ore and get their bearings in Windrose. There's a lot of different features and mechanics to follow, a lot of different resources, so of course I'm going to cover everything that I can in depth, including simple things like this. I will be covering the other ores as well, and other things that you will need to find, crafting tables, everything you could imagine in Windrose. As always, if you like the video, then like the video. And if you like my content in general, please subscribe to my channel because it means the absolute world to me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!